Hey man, it's your boy Yoski Sung Hai here. So you've made it. I'm glad you came. We got to talk about something very, very, very important. Why is it that Waterloo University conducted a study, and they found water on the sun? Why is there water around the sun? Now, when I say water, I don't mean physical water. I think I'm talking about water molecules. Why is there water molecules around the sun if the sun is supposed to be like we was taught that the sun was like the hardest thing next to the devil? Now all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of things getting switched up, a whole bunch of people, just when I say people, I mean scientists, just making up stuff now, and they're saying that, that's possible now, everything is possible now that they get caught. So we're about to get a little deeper into water on the sun, and it's time to get into some details. So when we take a closer look at this, you'll see that according to Waterloo University, who's a team of scientists and chemistry professors, they found water steam on the sun. This was found in 1997, right? No one's talking about it. No one has talked about it, right? This will and should help detect wildfires before they come by calculating the water spectrums within the sunspots, because the darker spots of the sun supposedly have the water on it. Now, I'm going to continue before I put my input in. Right, the team was led by Oleg Polansky. Right. This steam was found on dark sunspots right on the sun. I just said that. They found out that this steam creates a stellar greenhouse effect that affects the sunspot's energy output, which means the energy that it puts out. The interpretation of the infrared spectrum of hot water is an important unsolved problem in molecular spectroscopy. Right. The data could be used to predict wildfires, since they also have a lot of hot water molecules, right? So, my question is, space is able to freeze, according to science. It's at 2.7 kelvins of coolness, right? Which is very, 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 very cold in space. We're talking about in space, supposedly, right? Now, let's say the sun is in space. If the sun is in space, there should not be no water around or on the sun. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what anyone says, because we've been told that the sun is made out of this plasma type, thing, and now all of a sudden we're just supposed to believe that, nothing's happening here type stuff. Like, nah, there's water around and on the sun, and they said it produces basically a super greenhouse effect, and the energy, and it helps with the energy output. So they're basically letting you know that the sun is another body just like you, because you have water inside of you, 70%, and you have electromagnetic abilities as well that helps you do specific things within this body, such as being psychic, such as floating, which is flying and stuff like that. You can actually do this stuff if you harness your electromagnetic self. Now, my thing is that, is the sun really millions and millions and millions of miles away? No, because you have to ask yourself, where is this water coming from? The only possible place it could be coming from, two possible places, is beyond the firmament, which covers this earth, and the earth's water that's below. Unless it recycles that water from below, that would mean that that would actually make sense, because that would mean that the sun is inside the earth. Just like the Hebrew cosmology says, just like the Egyptian cosmology shows Nu arched over, it's showing us that the sun may be, or this particular artificial sun may be, or portal, I believe it's a portal, can actually reproduce itself or give itself more energy by getting the water molecules from the oceans. And that would make sense, because then that would fit the whole firmament theory. That would make sense why there's water on the sun. But when you're saying it's millions and millions of miles away, and there's no water you know, no liquid water that's surrounding any other star, but we find it on this particular one. Out of all stars, you have to really ask yourself what's going on here. You have to really stop and ask yourself, right? Now, one thing I did find interesting is that wildfires have hot water molecules. That's real interesting, because we're talking about real ones, not the ones from the satellite. Real wildfires, not from a laser, have hot water molecules, the same as the so-called sun's water, the water that's on the sun. They claim that it has hot water molecules to try to deter you from the fact that there's water on there. They're gonna say that it's super duper hot water. Don't believe that bullshit. Like, they're just saying that so you won't go near it. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, there is water on the sun, and this is what they've been hiding. Okay, you ever seen Stargate? Have you ever seen Stargate SG-1? And the dude, before they go inside the water portal, there's a light inside of there. Pay attention to that. And then once they go in, they go into another dimension or another planet or whatever have you. So this is the type of things that be going down. And now they're out here lying, talking about, oh, if there's water, over here, then there's got to be water over there. They're trying to BS everything, as you can see in this article and others. They're trying to BS everything, but there's no going around this, right? If 2.7 kelvins of coolness is out in space, and that's supposed to break hydrogen molecules, there's no way in hell that I will believe that liquid water or steam water, whatever type of water, I don't care how hot it is, it should not be out there traveling around the sun. Like, it's not even like it's just on the sun, it's around the sun too. Why isn't it freezing up? So a hydrogen molecule can freeze up before an actual water molecule? So this is what I want to tell you, BLACKBOOKT.V, and make sure you just keep on subscribing, keep on paying attention, and I'll be back. Peace.